Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This is the one you missed, FIA Manufacturer Series 2019 round number 8 at the Nurb GP. So why did you miss it? Well, YouTube was being a bit of a funny bugger. It happens with multiple streams, not just my own. So I decided to stop the stream. I'd say I want quality content, and I continued on with the race all the same. So as you can see, we're in P2 at the moment, a 54.4, not too bad in terms of a banker lap. We do get a second lap here. This is just a make or break lap at this point, and I did find actually that my second lap seemed to go quicker all the time. Like, heat was really in the tyres at this point. So we're going to see our first split here, and we're going to see we are nearly 2 tenths up here on RC Moira, who's got 54.3 there. That's a really, really good time as we come into the right hand there, accelerate out here, and we lose a little bit of time there. We're about 2 tenths down on our actual PB best there, but we head towards a hairpin here. Gonna brake, and we're just gonna try and keep it tight here as best as we can, and there we go, keeping it tight. Accelerate out as quick as we can in that second gear. Accelerate up here. Oh, nearly 3 tenths up here. Purple sector as we head through the Schumacher S now. Up we go. It's flat out in this Audi R8 as we head towards the left-hander. Just gonna brake just after that concrete bit on the right side, as we chuck it into the left hand side, and then we chuck it into the right here. We accelerate out. What's our sector time going to be here? Oh, it's 2.5 tenths here. We lost a little bit of time to Moira in that section, although we really should have gained it there, because that's where the R8 is ridiculously strong. We changed the brake balance to -4 here. This is to stabilize the car over the chicane. The chicane's still very sketchy in an MR car as we chuck it left, then chuck it right, accelerate over the chicane there, and head towards the last corner now as we chuck it in. Are we going to beat RC Moira? Rick goes ahead there, 54.307. We head towards the line here. We lost a little bit of time at the chicane. We get P1. You can see how happy we are in that bottom left hand side. A 54.236, a pretty good time there in the grand scheme of it. Not the ultimate time, but still very much up there, and wow, what a qualifying session. So you can see I was really happy with that. Let's see where everybody finished first of all. And here we go. So I'm on pole position there in the R8. P2 there for Rick in the FT1. P3 for Moira in that Toyota Supra. P4 for Matty in the Lexus. P5 for Engia in the Porsche. We don't see the Porsche up there too much now. So Fauzi in P6 in the Genesis. P7 for the Mercedes of Williams. P8 for TRL Adam. And P9 there for TRL Aug. P10 for Steve Gaming. And P11 for Fab there. P12 for Sir Fonseca. P13 for TX3 Aura. P14 for Manfort. 15 for Nuno. And 16 for Akulnag. P17, a lot of Toyotas in this. For Garca. P18 for Johnny. 19 for Gern Knudley. Another R8. Yes to you, Audi teammates. But we're going to kick off here. We had done 2 previous time slots. We've done some amazing moves in those, but nothing really came to fruition in terms of points. And we needed points here. We really, really did. So let's kick off the race here. We're going to instantly go to the right hand side, then take our racing line here. Just to break that slipstream just for that tiny moment. The R8 being one of the slowest accelerating cars in this class now. So we really have to just be careful here. First sector, primarily an R8 sector here. Literally, it's a handling section, so R8 being one of the best at handling, it can whiz around here as fast as humanly possible. And you can see that gap start to increase here. And early on as well, with the tyres being so good to us, we can really start to pull a gap there. As you can see, the gap goes up here. We accelerate out. It continues to go up. Continues. Not quite broken the slipstream here as we head towards this left-hander now. And we get in there nice and easy. And it's all about just maintaining this position first of all. Get into that rhythm. Let's see what we can do in this race. We need good points here. If you win here, there is a chance of some absolute bonus points. So we head down the hill into the right-hander. So the first time slot, I think, suffered disconnections. So from memory, it was 36 points, 36 manufacturer points on offer here, which is huge in terms of the manufacturer series, in terms of getting some points for the Audi team. The Audi manufacturer, 36 points is massive. 40 is the maximum you can get. 36 is basically P2 there. So if we can get it, it'll be unbelievable. You can see now the Toyota of Rick catching us up a little bit here. We accelerate out that corner. It starts to increase that gap again, just due to the handling, and then it starts to come in here with the slipstream. The FT1 slowly starts to catch, and we've got to be careful here. The FT1, very good on its tyres. We have to try and break away as fast as humanly possible. We are being very careful in the chicane, mind you. They're still using that -4 brake balance now for the whole circuit, just to maintain those rear tyres a little bit as we come into the right-hander here. We accelerate out. It's a flat-out race this, so it's all about just saving those tyres and make sure we keep position as we instantly go to break that slipstream, and that's just to avoid any sort of action. As we head down towards turn 1, Rick is only 2.5 tenths there, but we head towards the braking zone straight off the bat. We brake. We can see we outbrake Rick a little bit there, so we maintain that that corner, that speed. We accelerate out, get to the right as fast as we can, and then we chuck it into the left. Again, half a second straight off the bat. We're actually going to break that slipstream for quite a while. So what we're going to do is jump right towards the end of this race now. There's no point showing you the middle bit. It's over 7 tenths, and this is the part of the race where now we have the action. Rick's going to have brilliant tyres. My Audi is going to get a little bit sketchy. That gap is now back down to 3 tenths of a second. What is going to happen here as we head towards the first corner here? Constantina effect happening there. Rick getting extremely close here. Look at that. 2.5 tenths as we head towards the left-hander now. This corner I absolutely love in any class, really. It's a corner I really like. It requires a lot of technique and a lot of handling required in the car. And, you know, the R8 being a handling car, it's perfect. Through the right-hander we go. Accelerate out. It's all about not getting penalties, not making mistakes here. We head towards the sector time. You can see we're going to be down on our time. You can see the rear tyres having a bit of an impact now. The car's going to get a little bit twitchy. Not as twitchy as it used to be, of course, because we did have that balance of performance change. Now, if you have a look actually on the TV camera, you can see that there's a pack about 2 or 3 seconds away. So I knew P1 or P2 was on the cards here without any mistake. But I really wanted that P1. I really, really did. I knew Rick needed it as well because the Toyota battle is absolutely insane. It is so, so close. So I just had to make sure I drove my race. And I've actually found that obviously without the streaming a little bit, I actually performed that a little bit better. Which is why some of the future races, I'm not going to have stream chat on at all. I'm not even going to really think about streaming in the slightest. I'm just going to focus on the race. The stream will still be there, of course, but I am going to focus on the race. As we head out of that corner now, we head down the hill, and then we're going to head towards the chicane. Look at that gap, down to just under 2 tenths here. So I have to go defensive here just to stop Rick going for that move. And then we just stop it on the apex a little bit here. It's all about surviving that gap down to that 2 tenth gap. This is a very scary gap at this point because Rick could make moves here. As we go into the last corner, we're going to accelerate out here. Rick just runs that tiny bit wide, which actually helps us a little bit here. So you can see that gap just increased slightly as we're going to head towards the first corner one last time. Sorry there's no TV camera action like last time. I didn't save the replay. Stefanzi shared it. What a legend Stefanzi is for sharing this replay, so at least you can see a bit of the TV camera. But even so, we continue on here into the handling section. The one section I know I can try and pull away and get that gap as we continue down here and we come into the braking zone. We're going to get on that little left-hand side there where the concrete pebbles sort of are. It's a little bit grippy. It turns the car a little bit more. We accelerate out the corner and we continue on that gap at half a second here. It's exactly what we want. No moves can be made into this corner then as we go into the left-hander now and then brake for the right-hander. It's all about just driving smooth. Try and keep focused. I was a little bit nervous at this point because all I had to do was survive. We continue on down the hill now and towards the hairpin. Again, we just have to survive here. Survive, survive, survive. Into the right-hander we go. And as we leave that, you can see the car's getting a little bit sketchy now. We lost a lot of time in that hairpin. A good tenth or so. As we head up to the Schumacher S, we have to lift a little bit now. Tyre wear coming into play here. Through the Schumacher S we go. We head up to the left-hander. 3 tenths of a second. That is pure slipstream range as well for Rick. So Rick's got every opportunity here as we come into the left-hander. We do that very soft, and that costs us another tenth of time into the right-hander. And as we exit, that gap around the 3 tenths of a second mark. Dirty Air having a bit of an impact on Rick. Rick's going to have the fresher tyres. We're going to head towards the chicane. Are we going to keep this position? We're going to head towards the left-hand side. This is our defensive mode here. All we have to do is stop it on the apex now. So we stop it here. Nice and lovely. Round we go. Go instantly defensive because the R8 is going to get a bit sketchy. We're going to be on the inside here. We head towards the last corner. Rick's going to try the outside maneuver here. And I begin to accelerate. I leave just enough room for Rick there. We head towards the line. It's going to be so close. Half a tenth. just under that, and we nail it. You can see how happy we are in that bottom left-hand side. Honestly, this was a pretty insane race. Quite a slow race time at a 28. I think Lightning got a 22. But even so, that was with a little bit of defending in there. I've gone a fair few laps. We managed to survive there. Getting P1, getting those 36 manufacturer points, which is exactly what we needed. Oh my word. So you might not have missed a lot in terms of the stream, but you certainly missed the intensity of that. And trust me, you can see it's just like a relief that I got 36 points for Audi. If I didn't get that, Audi were not going to the World Tour. Even before the last 2 rounds, they were not going. I needed that to help Audi out. I needed that for myself. I needed that for many things. So we got P1 there with that finish. A great race with Rick as well. Big shout out to Rick. Played it clean, played it fair. You know, tried different areas there. Just couldn't get close enough to make the move happen. Didn't go for any absolute nutty dive bombs. So a big shout out to Rick. Rick always drives fair, to be honest, every time I've raced him. But yeah, that's going to be it for me now, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.